what a version control system is before we learn this. Yeah, version control system is nothing but which will help you maintain backup of your files, backup of your code. The files may be your program files, it might be some test scripts, some configuration files, whatever it is, right? So this version control system helps you have a backup of your files, backup of your and also maintain the version of your files, right? It will help you manage your files securely. Okay, to understand this better, let us take another simple example. Let's suppose there was a project. Okay, there were like a lot of files in this project. Let's say developers have written so many program files. These are all program files. Okay, they were all kept on some remote location. And yeah, they were not using any version control system, and there were two developers, developer A and developer B. So at some point of time, let's say both developer A and developer B need the same file, file 1. Okay, this is some remote location. Now both of them got this file downloaded to their local computer. Okay, if, developer A got this file. Similarly, developer B also downloaded this file. Now person A is making changes here, right? Developer B is also making changes. And after, like on day 1, developer kept this file back on the remote location. Remote location means where everyone can access. Developer B kept this file back on day 2. Okay, this is happened on day 1. This is on day 2. So now, okay, both of them have placed their file back, they placed their changes back. Now this file 2 on the else file 1, sorry, both of them got the same file. Okay, let's say it's a file 1, not file 2. So both of them got the same file. So they kept the file back. Now the file 1 on remote location will have which person changes if they didn't use any version control system. Which person changes will be there on this remote location?
B.
Obviously, person B changes, isn't it? Because what is happening here? Person B changes are getting overwritten, right? I mean, person B is overwriting person A changes. Correct? Yeah. This is what is happening. B doesn't know that he is overwriting person A changes. Similarly, A doesn't know that his changes are being overwritten. Right? And so this keep on continuing. If this keep on happening, let's say with a team of 10 people or whatever, at some project, at some point, the project goes into messed up state, corrupted, right? So how can we overcome this problem? How can we avoid multiple people working on the same file? How can we handle this? That's where comes version control systems into picture. Means a version control system is one which can help allow people work simultaneously on the same file. And you may be asking, okay, it's only used by developers. No, anyone can use it. Let's say developers, yes, it's mandatory for them because they do write a lot of programs, right? It could be any programming file, Java program, .NET, Perl, PHP, whatever it is. Not only developers, right? It can be used by testers. Even testers do write some test scripts. Even ops teams uses it to manage their scripts, config files. Even DevOps team uses it because as a DevOps person, you'll be having a lot of Kubernetes configuration files, Terraform files, and so on, right? So everyone should know how to manage your files, right? How to version control your files. So that's what we'll be talking about here too, so that this version control system allows teams to collaborate well. Got it, everyone? So that's the first thing. And second thing is, okay, let's suppose, okay, they have a file 1, okay, and it's a version 1. Client came with some modification and asked them to make version 2. Let's suppose, okay, they have overwritten the same file and made version 2. So the same file was edited and made a second version. Let's say after a few days, client want the version back, means they want to revert back to the previous version. But you have overwritten the same file, edited the same file and made a new version, right? So what is happening here? Again, you cannot maintain like versions to be maintained. How is that possible? Again, version control system comes into picture to maintain versions of the files. Don't ever delete the older versions. Maintain the backups, maintain the older version so that at any point of time, if you want to retrieve the previous version, that's right? So that's another advantage. Also to have backup of the files, to maintain the file safely, securely. and also to maintain the log of the changes happening. Means, okay, let's take a simple example. Today till 7:30 application worked fine. Okay, 7:40 application is not working fine. Okay, there was some drastic error, application went down. Like if that is happening, business goes down. We need to immediately put the application to the previous state. But how can we do that? We need a detailed logging. We need a system which can tell you, okay, person may A made some changes at 7:35 p.m. right, on file 1 on line number 8, right? If you have this kind of detailed logging, you could revert back to the changes at any point of time. Am I correct? So this is another point, like this is another thing which version control system can do, right? So version control systems can maintain this kind of detailed logging, which is very important in reality. Can we do all of this manually without any tool? Yeah, we'll be working on requirements. As a DevOps person, we'll be working on so many other configurations, right? We cannot take care of checking if someone else is overwriting my changes or whether my file is maintained versions or not. So version control systems comes into picture. Everyone should learn this tool again, whether you are a developer or a ops person or a tester or a DevOps person, you should learn this version control systems. Got it, everyone? So whenever developer write the code, they place the code in version control system. So we'll pull the code, build it and deploy. Similarly, as a DevOps person, we do, like in a project, we do have a lot of config files. Even we will maintain a separate version, a separate repository to maintain those files. Right? That's the importance of version control systems.